Drew, if you want to start with pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, thank you for bringing us together this evening. Please watch over us as a community and provide guidance as we come together as a council to make the best decisions possible for this community. Amen.
Okay. Roll call.
Davis,
Here.
Bechtel, Young,
Here.
Meadows, here, Cowherd,
Here.
Harville,
Here.
Elbert,
Here.
Venable.
Here.
Venable is via phone.
Thank you. Okay, hearing of citizens' comments, before we jump into the bank business tonight, are there any other citizens here that would like to make a comment? This is your cue, Mary Pat.
You may regret you asked for comments. Good prayer, Drew. Go ahead and close that if you want to.
Well, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Mary Pat Obley, and
I'm Ken Hurlbert.
we are two of the four co-chairs for Sip and Stroll and Rock and Roll It. And we are here tonight to thank you for your consideration of the areas that we want to hold this event, the areas that we're asking for the open container ordinance to be lifted for just the day of the event, and some parking areas that we'll need, as well as streets closed. We have, what Kenny's passing out is our preliminary flyer for Sip and Stroll and Rockin' and Rollin', and also the news release that went out last Friday. It was included in the Boonville Daily News, but in case you haven't seen that or heard it on KWRT, we wanted the council members to have the complete information about the event. We are so very excited about the response, just reconfirming that we're having this event October the 18th. And I was pleased to go to Centralia to their wine walk this past Saturday. And they had already heard that what we're doing here. And we had 3 of our vendors who were there that were delighted to see us. And we've gained 2 additional ones that are coming new because of the encouragement of others and the interest in having something in Boonville. So just to know that the message is spreading wider than just the Boonville area.
And of course, all of you are invited to attend. Need a couple of you all there.
And any of you that want to volunteer, we're going to be recruiting volunteers in the next couple of weeks, but we especially want to thank the council for their support and for the support of Kate, her staff, and the city crews that help us. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mary Pat. Okay, anyone else? Any other citizens before we go to the bank bids? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. So on the bank bid presentation and the Q&A, so what we'll do, we have 3 representatives here. We have First State Community, BTC, and Southern. So we'll just go in order, and if you'd like to come up and just give us a brief overview of your proposal, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, nothing too crazy, just so everyone has an idea of kind of what the proposal is. We'd appreciate it, and we'll take it from there. So with that, this is in no particular order, but First State Community, if we have anyone here. Yes, sir, come on up.
Corey, could you please sign in?
This is found in your packet, page 2 to page 49, just FYI.
And I apologize, I didn't understand. I didn't give you a summary of our bid. I just wanted to talk about our bank for just a minute. You guys are very familiar with us already. But hello, council members. Thank you for the opportunity for us to come speak to you today. I'm Corey Field on behalf of First State Community Bank. I just wanted to share a few words about our longstanding relationship with the City of Boonville and our continued commitment to being your financial partner. First, I want to introduce Nathan Todd. He is our business services specialist. Most of you, at least the staff, know him. And Mary Jo Raymer is our branch manager, who's new to our organization. But just so you know, First State Community Bank's been rooted in Missouri since 1956. We're not just a bank, we're a community institution built on service, trust, and partnership. Our mission is simple. We want to serve our communities every single day. So for over 12 years, we've been in the community, and we partnered with the city for over a decade, supporting everything from lease financing to everyday fund management. This isn't just a business to us, it's about helping Boonville thrive. We believe in relationships, not just transactions. Our team is accessible and invested in the success of this community. We've worked hard to earn your trust, and we don't take that for granted. We're proud of what we've accomplished together, and we're ready to keep building on that foundation with the same dedication and care that has defined our relationship in the past, bringing stability, responsiveness, and personalized service to the city and its residents. We respectfully ask that you continue to place your trust in First State Community Bank, and thank you for your time and consideration.
Great, thank you, Corey.
Yeah, sorry, I was just more prepared. I thought you guys asked questions about what
Does anyone
you
have
wanted to know.
any questions or comments for the team here?
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, I'll let Nathan step
Yeah,
in
sure.
and do a little overview of our, do you need the?
We
Oh,
should begin.
okay.
Sorry. I'm more than happy to give you a general overview of our bid since a lot of the items fall into my wheelhouse. So I'm Nathan Todd and I'm the regional support for our business services department. In your bid, you'll see that we're able to meet all of your requirements without any external partners as far as that's concerned. I know right now the city is able to able to utilize majority of our services from remote deposit, positive pay, ACH for payroll, and all the other items that you had listed. We do have an in-house credit card program that's a MasterCard. That is the flagship that has individualized service through our business support department that's able to take care of your needs there, as well as our merchant services. It's all arranged through First State Community Bank and processed with one of our partners. As far as the rest of the bid goes, we were able to meet all of the required items in there as far as the things that you're specifically asking for. And with our partners, especially in partners like the city, we like to get together and be able to do reviews about once a year, once every 2 years, just to make sure that you know if there's any additional products out there that could be benefiting the city, helping you manage and protect your funds, or if there's any efficiencies that we're able to see. So, any questions?
Any questions? No? No? Okay, great. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. Okay, the other two are BTC or Southern. If anyone wants to volunteer, by all means. Otherwise, I'll call you out. Okay. We have the Southern group. Southern, right? Okay.
All right, I'm Lonnie McCullough. I'm the branch president for Southern Bank here in Boonville. And I've got three of my colleagues here. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you.
I'm Mary Koser, the branch manager.
Hi, I'm Anita Deers, I'm the retail market manager.
Rusty John, Treasury Services Manager.
So we also are very appreciative of the opportunity to bid and for the city services. Southern Bank is a 138-year-old bank that has branches in Missouri and Arkansas, Illinois, and Kansas. We're a $5 billion bank. I think we've got 65 branches scattered throughout our territories. Basically, Mary can address, she's our branch manager here. She can address the things that we do in the community and the things we've been involved in.
We're active with the chamber, the Boonville Boonville Farmers Market, we are active with Neighbors Helping Neighbors Food Pantry. We also, a lot of us volunteer at our local churches. We look for a lot of opportunities throughout the year to be able to support different activities, even like Zip and Sterling, to help build the library. One of the things that we really feel is that we need to be here for the city, to support it, to help it to grow, and to continue just to allow it to expand.
So, yeah, basically, we would be happy to answer any questions about our proposal. We feel like we've met the requirements of the proposal, and I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Lonnie, Mary, Anita, or Rusty? No?
Excuse me, ma'am. What did you say at first? Yeah, I got neighbors helping neighbors, a food pantry. What else did you say?
The Boonville Farmers Market, and then the Chamber of Commerce, as well as local churches.
Thank you.
Oh, and the Boonville Women's Club.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And BTC Bank?
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, Council, City Administrator. My name is Curtis Carter. I'm the Boonville Market President of BTC Bank. This is Susan Lenz. She's our branch manager. BTC Bank is headquartered in Bethany, Missouri. We have 23 locations throughout Missouri, one in Iowa. We've been a active participant in Boonville and Cooper County since 2015. We built a new branch here as a continued commitment to Boonville in 2019. Very active in the community. We have members on various boards around the community and organizations. Our three pillars that we stand on are youth, community, and agriculture. We feel like we'd be an excellent partner for the city of Boonville. I think you can see the details of our bid. We base ours on the 91-day T-bill and have that equal to the T-bill. Currently, that would put it at 4.05%. We have a 4.5% ceiling and a 1% floor. We met all of your requirements for services with no cost. And in addition, I think there was one item where the city said that it would pay for its checks. We would give you a credit of $1,000 a year to go towards that cost. Are there any questions?
Any other questions for Curtis or Susan?
We are a call away. So if there is a lifeline that needs to come out, if there's ever any questions, concerns, you can call your local branch and probably get an answer right then. But if we need to contact somebody else, then we are the in-between person. So we're always there to help you in any way that we can. So.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Thank you. And I guess I'll just make a general comment. So in the world of bank consolidation and financial consolidation, we're really excited that we have 3 bids here. This is something we were not sure we'd get 3, and we really like 3. So thanks to everyone that applied. We really do appreciate it.
No, I mean, I think we'll bring it up under my discussion.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Okay, with that, we'll move on to the approval of the meeting minutes from September 2. If anyone has any edits or issues, please speak up. Otherwise, they will stand as submitted. Consent items, we have none. Presentation of the accountants and claims under appropriations. This is found on page 50. Teresa.
Ordinance appropriating money. Be it ordained by the council of the city of Boonville as follows. Section 1, for the purpose of paying salaries in various accounts against the city of Boonville, which have been allowed by the council at the regular meeting thereof on September 15, 2025, the sum of $454,769.86. General fund, $175,321.58. Sanitation, $4,660.96. CIP tax, $4,676.57. Waterworks, $171,499.89. Capital projects, $0, wastewater, $51,908.79. Tourism, $13,228.87. Gaming, $32,184.17. Parks and water, $909.84. Kemper sales tax, $379.19. Economic development projects, $0. Section 2, the accountant is hereby authorized and instructed to draw checks from the respective city bank accounts in favor of the persons whose salaries and accounts have been allowed as above, amounting to $454,769.86, being the total amount of money above appropriated. Section 3, this ordinance shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage. First reading on September 15th, 2025, read for the second time this September 15th, 2025, since a copy was made available prior to the meeting.
Mayor Pro
Second
Tem.
reading, title only.
Second reading, title only. Thank you.
Second reading, title only.
Yep.
Thank you.
We got it. Susan got it. Thanks, Whit.
Ordinance appropriating money.
I make a motion, we approve these expenses.
Thank you. I have a
Second.
first. I have a second from Drew. Comments, questions? Roll call.
Davis.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Cowherd.
Yes.
Harville.
Yes.
Albert.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to unfinished business. So item A, this is a second reading of bill number 2025-018, amending chapter 21, solid waste disposal. Just to make a note, we're not voting on this one tonight. We will have a third reading of this at a future council session. We'll move on to item B.
I need to read it.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
read it.
Go ahead. Sorry, Teresa.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, amending Chapter 21, waters, sewers, and solid waste disposal, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Thank you. Okay, item B, second reading of bill number 2025-021, ordinance approving 353 plan and development agreement for second and vine development. This can be found on page 53, I believe.
Yep.
An ordinance designating a certain tract of land as a blighted area pursuant to Chapter 353 of the revised statutes of Missouri and approving a development plan and a development agreement in connection therewith.
And I will take a motion.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve this.
Thank you, Cy. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Susan. Do
We
any-
have Mark Graham here, who's the attorney who's been helping us with the documents, and then also I saw Joshua Hartley sneak in also. So if you guys have any questions, now is your chance to ask them.
Love what you're doing with the building. It's amazing. I walked around it a few times.
You can.
Hey, Josh, would you mind just giving us an overview of what's going on and what your plan is? I mean, I know you've been here a few times, but it's been a little while. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind coming up, if you're comfortable. You're not required to, but I'm just curious.
Hi, what would you like, just an update?
Yeah, just how's everything going? What have you been up to, and what's
I'm here to
what's the future
recruit
look like?
people to work.
Yeah.
No, so what's going on? We've started, kind of the order was we wanted to get the outside in the dry, honestly. So we've put on a new roof, new gutters and downspouts start this upcoming week. We've done some exterior painting. We've replaced about 248 out of 250 windows. We got a couple more to go. Probably about 10 of them still need exterior trim. We did the mural. So the outside is about 90% completed. We started framing the apartments on the 3rd floor. So there are about 6 apartments framed at this point, and they're moving along and getting faster. What else? Getting ready to start cutting in the sewer and cutting in the sewer and then also cutting in the water. We have to bring the water up from whatever that street is at the bottom. Is that Vine?
Second.
That's Second, okay.
It's off of Vine.
So-
Off of Vine.
Pulling from
Okay,
Vine.
so we've met with the gentleman who's over the water. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but I just met with him last week, so that's coming up as well. So, yeah, right now we're framing, and then we'll be moving into electrical and plumbing and everything else. We've got our sprinkler system. They're waiting on the plumbing to get in. Once the framing's done, they'll go in and start doing, all the mechanical, the mechanical work, the plumbing, the electrical, the fire suppression, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Do you have an general idea of the apartment count on completion?
38 plus a commercial space.
Okay, excellent.
Those are the plans right now with an indoor parking garage.
Okay.
We may, at some point, submit to Steve an adjustment to that or something.
Okay.
It's possible. I can't guarantee that, but that's where we're at right now. Yes, ma'am.
Can you remind me again, how many are 2-bedroom and how many are 1-bedroom apartments?
Yes, ma'am. There's 3 studios, 3 little studios. There's 20 or 22 2-bedrooms. I think it's 11. I think the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor are 2 bedrooms. I know that, but I'm trying to remember, are they 10 a floor or 11 a floor? So there's about 20, 22, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 3 studios. Well, what does that lead up to?
15 or so.
25, yeah, probably 15 1-bedrooms.
Okay.
And then a commercial space that could be a restaurant if any of you want to own a restaurant. I'm looking for renters, by the way, so, or whatever it could be. I'm just looking for I've got a commercial space in there that I would be open to anybody that had a really awesome idea of something that would benefit the community. And I've talked to some people in town. I'm having some discussions, but as of right now, it's just kind of a blank slate.
Great. Does anyone have any questions for Josh?
What's your ballpark rent-wise? Can you remind us? I know we've talked about it before. Just
Yeah,
a range, ballpark.
Yeah, and I always kind of dodge that like a politician, to be honest with you. It's all just that's fair. It's a math equation, and it depends on what I do get into the building for. I would love to see my 2 bedrooms not exceed $1,200 a month or something like that. Maybe 1 bedroom's below $1,000, which still in my mind seems like a lot of money, but with the cost of construction and stuff, that's probably pretty close to what they'll end up being.
That's fair. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further questions for Josh?
Any questions about the tax abatement process, the timing?
It's 10 years a lock, right?
It's set up right now at 10 at the current level, and then 15 at 50% of the new value. And I should note that neither Jim nor I have heard any further comments from any of the taxing entities. So since our public meeting.
And those are consistent with projects we've done previously.
Yep.
That's the same scale up.
Okay. Any further questions? All right. Thanks, Josh. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Davis.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Cowherd.
Yes.
Harville.
Yes.
Albert.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Okay, moving on to new business. We will have our first reading of bill number 2025-022, ordinance approving agreement with Alliance Water for water treatment plant. This can be found on page 88.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri authorizing renewal of the professional services agreement for the management, operations, and maintenance of the water treatment plant by and between the City of Boonville, Missouri and Alliance Water Resources, Inc., provided an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Thank you. Item B, Jesus Palooza street closure request.
I don't know if there's any representatives here, but they're asking for a street closure. It includes the city's parking lot at what we refer to as the Hayne House parking lot, and then also Vine Street from Main to 4th. and that is on October 4th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the street closure request.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any further discussion or questions? What are the times of the event?
9 a.m.
9
to
to
6
11.
p.m.
Oh, sorry, did you say that? I'm sorry. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, further questions or comments? Roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Cowherd,
Yes.
Harville,
Yes.
Albert,
Yes.
Venable.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item C. This can be found on page 94, considering resolution R 2025-14, authorizing suspension of open containers for downtown and approving street closures for Sip and Stroll and Rockin' and Rollin' event on 10/18. This is just handed out if you have further questions.
A resolution of the City of Boonville, Missouri, suspending the prohibition of consumption of alcoholic beverages, and possession of open containers of intoxicating beverages on city sidewalks and streets in a specified downtown area for events taking place on October 18th, 2025, and approving requested street closure for the event and providing an effective date therefore. Whereas on September 2nd, the City Council reviewed the Chamber of Commerce and the Boonslick Regional Library for the Sip and Strollin' Rockin' and Rollin' event in Boonville, and whereas Article 6, Section 14-90 Boonville City Code prohibits the consumption of alcoholic beverages on the city's right-of-way, including public ways, streets, alleys, parks, and other places owned by the city, and whereas the City Council desires to suspend the prohibition in Article 6, Section 14-90 Boonville City Code within Boonville and the downtown area for the time herein specified and for the areas specifically defined in Exhibit A, and whereas the City Council desires to close the requested streets to support the event during the specified times defined in Exhibit A. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri as follows. Section 1. The City Council hereby suspends the prohibitions in Article 6, Section 14-90 Boonville City Code within the downtown area defined in Exhibit A for the events taking place on October 18th, 2025. Consumption of alcoholic beverages and possession of open containers of intoxicating beverages will be expressly permitted on the city's right-of-way, including public ways, streets, alleys, parks, and public premise and other places owned by the City of Boonville. Section 2, the suspension of the prohibition of consuming intoxicating beverages and possessing open containers shall be from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. in the defined areas on October 18th, 2025. Section 3, this suspension does not impact city codes relating to public intoxication, driving under the influence, or any other city ordinances related to intoxicating beverages. Section 4, that the requested street closures defined in Exhibit A are hereby approved. Section 5, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage and approval past this 15th day of September 2025 by the City Council of Boonville, Missouri.
Thank you, Teresa. Do we have a motion on item C?
Mayor Pro Tem, I'd like to make a motion we approve resolution R 2024-14.
2025.
It's off of the booklet.
I'm not taking money for that one.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Cowherd,
Yes.
Powerville,
Yes.
Albert,
Yes.
Venable.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Report of standing committees. Planning and Zoning Commission on September 9 was canceled. Si, anything to add further?
No, we just canceled due to a lack of agenda items. Nothing present to order.
Great, thank you. Item B, Board of Public Works. This is on page 100. Drew?
Good meeting. Notes are in the packet, and if you guys have questions, let me know.
Okay. Item C, Boonville Housing Authority. This is on page 102.
Yeah, I might point out under the new business, one of the members of that board her term will be expiring. She has agreed to serve another 4-year term if approved by City Council and appointed by the mayor.
Okay.
And that's Peggy Carney who's serving.
It's Peggy Carney. Okay, I'll make a note of that. We'll make sure that that gets communicated. Okay, reports of city officials, city administrator.
Just a couple things. So before we dive into the bank bids, I just I should have thanked Mark Grimm while he was still here. He has helped us on several economic development projects, and he's always very quick, and this one was particularly interesting because neither Jim or I have ever done a 353 project, so it felt like he was leading two blind people most of the time. So I'm grateful that he's worked with the city now on numerous projects, so just a appreciation of him. I do want to talk about the bank bids. I know you guys were wanting to kind of see what happened with the Fed Reserve rates tomorrow. I think there's sort of two pathways. I've already requested all of the banks to consider holding until December 1. Originally, with put the bids out, we were going to do November 1. It does take us about 30 days just to, if we move, it takes us about 30 days. So none of them said they wouldn't move to December 1, so I'm going to take their silence as acquiescence. So there's a couple things. One, we could make a general consensus with which direction you want to go tonight, and if something significant happened tomorrow that you think moved the needle, then we could hold off and carry the discussion over to the next meeting. But if we do that, then at October 18th, 5th, no, the second meeting, whatever the second Monday of the month is,
19th.
we would have to do a first and second reading that night. So one, it's imperative that we have all the members here, and that would require a supermajority vote. So I'm okay with that. It's my preference to do a first and second reading always, but if that's something you guys really want to wait and see what happens tomorrow, then we could carry the discussion over. As you recall, at the last council meeting, I said based off, the interest rate, I think BTC is offering the best rate. And I think that recommendation still stands on a purely empirical basis. So I'll turn to you guys and kind of see which direction you guys want to go.
Does anyone have any comments or recommendations?
Yeah, I got a quick comment. I mean, I've went through all the bids, percentage-wise. There's definitely a pretty good difference between the high and the low percents. I'm 100% behind the BTC bid. I think it's definitely going to provide the most money back to the city and for the community. So I want to put that out there.
Okay.
Andrew, is that fine? I struggled to hear him.
Yeah, sorry, that was Cy. He was in favor of leaning towards the BTC bid due to the rate. With the ceiling.
I think that's where I'm at too. And as I look at the T-bill versus the federal fund rate, I see that there's a real close correlation, especially after I look over like the past 20 years and map those out. So I would be in favor of the BTC bank bid.
Okay, thank you, Whitney. Would anyone else have any input? Yes, Susan?
I agree with Cy and Whitney. I do want to thank the banks for the very detailed information they provided. It helps us to make an informed decision, so thank you.
Yeah, just building on my comment from earlier, like I said, we're very fortunate to have three great financial institutions here. I know everyone works hard for us and are all great partners in our community. So any decision made by this council is not one that we take lightly. So it's something that we're all waiting on. This has been in the works now for years.
Yeah.
I know that this came up last year, and we kind of decided to move it forward to 2025 because of some system things that we were doing and a few other items that were going on within the city. But this has always been a tough discussion to have, and one that's always one that we give a lot of thought to. My only opinion on this is I do agree. I think BTC is probably the way to move. I know that there's pros and cons to each one of these, but that would probably be my recommendation as well.
Okay. So would you guys like me to proceed with putting a first reading at the next meeting with BTC, and then I guess obviously we'll have time to, the Fed meets tomorrow, so there is some leeway, but I can do that for a first reading, and then we'll have the second reading in October. Is everyone okay with that?
I think that's fair.
Okay. All right.
Anyone
And
else
thank
have
you,
comments?
everyone.
And I really do appreciate everyone's work. I know it's not, I know it is difficult to do all these things, and answer all the questions we have, so I really do appreciate it. Anything further, City Administrator? Mayor Pro Tem, I have nothing. City Clerk?
Yes, I want to remind the council that the next regular meeting, council meeting is going to be scheduled on October the 6th, 2025, which is 3 weeks from today due to the month of September having 5 Mondays.
Gotcha.
Take note.
Was that at 7 p.m.? We have nothing
Yes,
special. that
correct,
day?
7 p.m.
Never seen that before.
Okay, thank you. City Attorney?
Just briefly, I want to follow up with what I talked about in the last meeting, if you recall, and you addressed it earlier with the second reading on the sanitation ordinance. In my comments last time, I said I need a little more time to go back through this, kind of reevaluate some questions that Mr. Elbert had as far as how to make it all make sense to best represent the true form of the ordinance and its purpose, and make sure that we were doing what we were set out to do. So if you saw the now amended ordinance, I actually went back and found paragraph I that pertained to single-family dwellings. In that section I, single-family dwellings, referred you to section J, which said follow what's in section J. So it became moot to need that because we were going to address everything. So we added single-family dwellings in here, but the original intent was still the same, was that water, sewage, and solid waste are all city services. So, and they're not mutually exclusive, which means you can't separate one for the other. This was all based on that internal audit that we had from, that Waste Management presented to us, so that we can make sure that people can't opt out and say we don't want one versus the other. And that's why we took a chunk of language out of the amended ordinance, because we weren't having property owners and building owners report. They hadn't been doing it for years, so we took that out because we weren't needing it, because opting out was not an option. We also, Teresa and I went over some of the different records, and we discovered there were some properties from years ago that didn't have sewer when they were built and with the city's permission. So I made sure to put language in there that this is not retroactive. We're not doing this to punish any people who had city clearance to do it years ago, should that house come up for sale in the future, or we can't force them back into it, because we had already, as a city government years and years ago, agreed this was okay in those situations. So we tried to address the language in a manner that represented what we were trying to do for the benefit of the city, but for the protection of our solid waste, water, and sewage services. So I'm still open for any questions if anybody has any, but this will be up for a third reading and passing on October 6th.
Anything further, Brad?
No, it's nothing further.
Our economic developer stepped away, so he will not be giving an update tonight. We'll move to miscellaneous. Do we have miscellaneous for tonight?
I just want to circle back and bring up the personnel manual. I think we had some good conversation on that. I think there's a lot of good in there that probably needs to be circled back, and just want to throw it out there on maybe what the city needs to do from their end on going that route.
So one of my concerns from a legal standpoint is at this point we don't have an approved personnel manual. There was a proposed personnel manual that didn't pass. So at this point, I think it's imperative that the city, we need to update the personnel manual one way or the other. So to answer your question, Drew, technically someone could submit a revised proposal, or technically you could reintroduce the personnel manual as it was presented on the September 2nd meeting for reconsideration. There's no state statute that regulates what you can or can't do in regards to revisiting an ordinance or its languages. There's no ordinance that dictates it either, so I think it would come down to the council to decide, debate, and reintroduce something. So
I'd like to move forward then with a motion to put it back on the 10-6 agenda for reconsideration.
the one that was as submitted on September 2nd?
This is 2025-019, is that correct?
I think so.
I believe so, but that would, so
Is that what it says? Yes.
if you put it back on the agenda, it'll have to go back in for a first and then a second, so.
Okay. Is that your official motion, Drew?
Yeah. So the first one would be on 10-6 would be the first reading.
That'd be correct. And then it would have to come back for a second for any additional discussion or debate.
Right.
Before.
Because we were missing people. Ward 1 didn't even have any representatives here.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Witz. We have a first and a second, so go ahead. Your
So. No,
comment.
we're good. Go ahead.
So Drew just said that he was worried about representation on council that night. It was a light crowd. Any other questions, comments, concerns regarding this motion?
Any adjustments to it, we'll go ahead and hash out in the first or the second reading. I mean, we obviously didn't pass for a reason, so any adjustments that we need to make before going into it?
I think it'd be good to have a conversation at least. I mean, he didn't have a say, Tanner wasn't here. Like, I just think it'd at least be good to have a conversation. I mean, I think there was a lot of good things in there. You know, an extra vacation for our younger employees,
Yeah.
another holiday. Like, I think there's a lot of good things in there that everyone should be able
Yeah,
to.
and keep in mind, the current motion on the table is one of resubmitting as submitted 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was.
So, but it'll still have to come back for a first and then subsequently for a second with discussion. So
Okay.
if there are any issues that come up between council members or their constituents, I think if it, at the second reading and discussion, I think that's the time to address it.
Gotcha.
Or between now and then, so.
And also just worth noting that we'll push the effective date then to November 1.
I would like to, at some point, understand what concerns there were that it did not pass. It doesn't have to be tonight, obviously, but yeah, I'd like to hear
Agreed, yeah.
what the
Yes, I would
issues
like
might
to-
be.
I'm sorry, Susan. Yes, I would like to hear the same thing as she said, the reason why it did not pass.
Well,
Maybe we can go back in there and we talk about the reason why it did not pass.
I mean,
Isn't it a personal issue?
it did not pass because it takes 6 votes. It takes 6 votes. You have to have a majority of the quorum of the full council. So it takes 5 votes. So there was 5 people at the council, so everything had to pass unanimously. So Barry, when you voted no, that's what defeated the motion. So I think it would be incumbent on you to let us know what your concerns were, because it's your no vote that stalled it.
So you want me to tell you now?
Please?
Oh, do you want
I
to do it
think-
now? Or do
I
you wanna do
mean,
it first
I think
reading?
if you, I mean, we can also, I mean, it's up to you guys. If you bring it to a second reading and have discussion, you can amend it on the floor if that's what you want to do.
And if I can interject real quick, I mean, at this point, we're at a first and a second on Drew's motion.
That's what I'm
To,
saying.
Yeah,
to-
oh, yeah,
to bring
sorry.
it back up,
Right,
I
yeah.
think if there are issues, and I want the council to be aware, if there are issues that come up with specific items or issues, they can be addressed as line item issues if there was one part, but at this point, from a legal standpoint, we don't have a personnel manual in effect. So if there are any specific revisions that can be made, we can do those during discussion at the second reading.
Yeah. But we need to
Yeah,
vote on this motion.
so right now, so to stay on target, let's go ahead and make, well, if there's further discussion on Drew's motion, we can have that. If there's not, moving forward, we will have a first and second reading on this amendment going forward, so we'll have plenty of time for discussion regarding the bones of the amendment. If there's no further discussion on Drew's motion, I would like to go ahead and do a roll call unless someone has something else they would like to say. Okay, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Cowherd,
Yes.
Harville,
Yes.
Elbert,
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
I'll just note, so what we'll do for the next meeting is, under my report out, we'll include a discussion, and we'll put back in the track changes version. So that way we can have some discussion at that first reading. So if there are changes, then we can incorporate them into the second reading.
Okay, great. And also, this is a great opportunity for any of your constituents that have issues. Come talk to us, please. Come and we'll be here October, twice, 7 o'clock. Come on in here. If they have questions, they can address them then, and hopefully they can hear any discussion that we have. Okay? Okay, thank you, Drew. Any other miscellaneous for tonight? If seeing none, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Drew. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Whitney.
Thank you, Whitney.